Welcome back to the Valorant Midwest Showdown Top 8. We are here with Samelol and with Third Impact. It's 1-0 on maps to Samelol. They hold their map pick on Icebox. I'm joined by Sparky, and we're going to be heading over to Split for map 2. Sparky, I don't know about you, but when it comes to Split, I'm very 50-50. I'm very hit or miss. Sometimes it can be a great map to watch. Sometimes I can peel my eyes out watching these guys try and pull plays together. How do you feel about a map like Split?
I think it's going to be extremely interesting. I haven't seen Split played a ton recently, so I'm excited to see a fresh new map. We've been playing a lot of Icebox, at least for the past 2 days, and I'm excited to see, especially the agent picks. I would say, with Chamber coming out, it could be a decently good pick on the map. Probably not something that's better than like a Sage or a Cypher, but could be extremely interesting. I'm excited to see this Third Impact versus Samelol. It was a pretty close game last time. I think it ended around that 13-9, 13-10 score, so it should be just as close.
It should be just as close. It was a very, very tight call. Icebox, I think on about 4 or 5 occasions it was level. You know, that there's nothing separating the sides up until the very end, where maybe a few economic mismanagement really played its own toll. But it was 1-0 following that one to Samelol. I think a lot of credit we can give, especially to the likes of Ohai on his Viper. That's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Ohai on that B site was just insane. I expect him to do, something similar. He has that experience in terms of complexity, in terms of like the different strategy. It really felt like even though, same law, they are a pug roster that was made just for this tourney, I believe they still had a good amount of strategy. We saw a fairly fast mid to B split on their icebox. We saw them play extremely well together, comboing utility. So they still have those basics of team play down. I want to see something a little bit spicy from Third Impact. This is going to be a hard matchup. Can they really bring this back? Can they show what they know on Split?
Yeah, and I think if you're gonna choose a map like Split, you gotta have some sort of playbook ready. I think for a map like Split, where it's very precise, mid is very important. When a map like Split, you can't just like full commit, full send sites unless you want to really tank some utility dumps. So like with a map like Split, where mid is so important, I reckon we got to have a serious playbook ready in the hands here of the likes of Morg and Sci-Fi, so they can take that bit of contact here as we move on over to the agent select. And it seems as though the defenders of Samelol are kind of still deciding on what they want to pick on up. I think a KO looks like it could be dropped on in. Looking at Third Impact, I am looking the like of Zerg on the Cypher, and especially the Sky there of Vanish.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I'm expecting to kind of not see that that KO. I really hoped it would be, but it's not looking like it. Rather go with the double duelist for same law, which makes a little bit more sense, I would say, especially since these people, they are that pug roster. They probably don't have those combos with KO and all of that stuff. On the other side, yeah, I like the Cypher a lot. I will say if you're running Viper and Astra, maybe a KJ would be a little bit better, but still a lot of vision denial in terms of that double controller and a lot of information for your team as well with that Cypher. That Cypher can lurk up a lot of the times too and find a lot of different space. On the other side, Samelol, a Sage, something I think that's decently standard on this map.
Yeah, it's very much standard. I think we expect maybe a few aggressive plays here. I'm thinking like when you're a Sage, you're essentially using your ice barrier 9 times out of 10 within the first 5 to 10 seconds of the round. You don't really want to hold on to that for too long. I think you rarely get to see it used post plant. Maybe that may be used in some rounds in this matchup. Maybe I'll be made bite my words, but it's going to be a close encounter no matter what. Split is, of course, our map number 2 in this top 8 decider. Should Samelol take this map, they will progress in towards the semi-finals, and it could be a feisty semi-final at that as well in this Valorant Midwest Showdown. Map 2, a bit of expectation on now for Third Impact. A lot of pressure being put on them now. They're one map away from getting knocked out of a LAN. It's a bit of a tough one to firm.
Yeah, I mean, Third Impact, they have a lot of pressure on them. This is their map pick, so hopefully they're feeling comfortable on this. They're ready in order to fight their way through. Hopefully this is a decisive lead for them. Last map might have been a bit of a blow to confidence, especially since they were coming back. They were up a lead at halftime on the defense going on to their attack. So we'll see if they have some spicy stuff that I'm hopefully expecting, considering they've been a team for such a long time. Going into this map, though, seems like a default here for Third Impact. Just want to feel out the map so far, see what they can get done. The Samelol just looking to hold on for now. See what if they can get some mid control fight over it or anything else like that.
Yeah, I think Zaf spotting out the Astra there will immediately force him on back. Oh, hi. We'll get rid of that tripwire. We're going to see the Cypher cam going out and get taken down inside the same second here by Oh, hi, kind of negating any of that play that could have been made by the Cypher. Sci-Fi still set rather aggressively here in towards Mail. Playing a little bit of time. You're still 5-5, no one falling just yet as we watch Third Impact to regroup in towards A main, but little do they know that there's a jet and a stage waiting either side. That's going to be Duck and the stage of Zero Data waiting for that contact as the swing comes on out. Zero Data will find Morg. It will become a 5 versus 4. The dash away, however, Zero Data will get 3. It becomes a 5v2 almost immediately. And the problem now is that the attackers have to fight to get control of that spike. Duck coming back in towards this A ramp, falling on back. Zerg having to crawl on up now from ropes. Will he clear his left hand side as quick as he'd like to? He will. Zaf will fall. Sci-Fi caught inside of the nebula here, being held by both Zero Data and by this jet. A bit of a rough one here for Sci-Fi. Just playing a bit of time for it to drop on down, as Zero Data will get his 4th, and Zerg will take down Zero Data, denying him the ace, and Duck will trade him on out. Samelol with a serious start to this matchup. They take the lead.
Huge there from Samelol. The Viper's wall on A site for the attackers. That's meant to be a lurk wall, something that puts a lot of doubt into the minds of the defenders. But hey, if you set up a crossfire, if you put that wall down, there you know that that lurk isn't coming through, and then the crossfire is going to help once Third Impact tries to push through their own wall. Samelol buying up into this round. Duck actually has a Marshall, gonna peek over towards B main. Zerg might be in for a little bit of a surprise, with Spike still leaning towards A.
Leaning towards it, but Zerg, yeah, gets hit very hard. That's down to 32 HP here for the Cypher, who has to crawl his way back through mid. Will end up crawling back through mid, but swinging will be Zero Data, who won't get a shot off. Will spot the Cypher and force him to kind of step on back. I think they recognize that he's pinched and in between a rock and a hard place. Oh, serious damage done, however. Zerg will try to get shots in E shots, and Ohai taking down Morgan Zerg, but Vanish will get the shots now onto Zaf as E shots holds in onto the top of Raptor. Spray down, will get 2, will get 3, will get 4. E shots with 4. The Astra secures it for Samelol, and just like the second round, 2 4Ks from 2 of those A site players will make it quite easy on the pistols.
Yeah, I mean, he was the only person here to defend against this 4-person rush, right? No one was with him, but he still gets the nasty spray down onto 3 members. The quick pistol swap for the 4th, and that's just the power of that SMG against pistols. Samelol, they're going to be up, getting bonus into this next one. Third Impact, they have rifles in their hands now. Hopefully they can make a little bit more moves towards the early game. It feels like Samelol, they've been able to lock down areas very fast, and it's just making Third Impact kind of walk into scenarios that they don't want to be in.
And I think that may well be a huge problem at that, as well as Morg is left here trying to fight for him. In the jump from Zero Data with the Spectre will take down Morg. That's a rifle now in the hands of the Sage. No damage really dealt here to the players over at A main. The Nebula and the Cloudburst allowing for a cross in towards Mail and in towards B tower. We're watching Cypher looking on down 2 players in behind Pillar, playing for their own bit of contact. 4-4 as Zerg takes the knee shots. The spray comes in from Ohai, who finds Evil. The resurrection now onto Zaf as Samelol. It becomes a 3-3. Third Impact still have that well, they don't even have the spike at this point. It's still left in towards Market. They've got to find their way and case their way back in towards B side. Vanish is going to be left here to hold it out for as long as possible, allowing for his teammate to join him back in on site. A high guiding light will come on out now to try and force them on back into heaven, allowing for the crosshair for Zerg, as Spike will get planted here in on B side. 2-2 as it stands. Neural Theft now available as well for the Cypher here. Vanish watching the swing on out as Duck takes him on the swing on down. Advantage for Samelol, 2-1. Zerg up against the Jet and the raise of Zaf. Zaf now up against Zerg, and Zerg will clutch this one out for third impact on their buy round, but a little bit too close to call. 11 HP for the Cypher. First round on the board for third impact.
And Zerg is the Sentinel main. He's played Sentinel, I think, throughout all the games played at this LAN, but he's been fragging out on this Sentinel every single time. Even yesterday, when we saw him on the Killjoy, he was the one running into sites, getting 4Ks like back to back. This guy is insane, and he wins the round there for third impact. That was looking actually really dicey, right? Samelol, they're still able to lock down A main extremely easily. That Viper's wall is basically getting nothing done for third impact. Now they're going to pivot over to B main. The stage wall is going to be there. A pressure seems to be on the table for third impact. Zerg just to make a little bit of noise. Zyphy with that initial pick is going to open up mid.
It will open up mid and open up some ground here for these guys over at third impact. Doug, tried to ego peek and hold that angle there onto Sci-Fi, who says thank you very, very much and takes him on down. So 5-3 as it stands. Judge in the hands of Morg. The Judge on split is a weapon that I do not ever want to go up against ever again. We're watching the classic in the hand here as well. Both snake bites available, allowing for the team to all reconvene here at A ramp. Only one man of Zaf sat in towards screen as the Aster Stars will get dropped, and down Nebula will get popped paint shells there to delay any fast rush in towards A site. As we watch the reposition here from Zaf. Ohai moving his way on down. He may not want to open up his swing too much, as Morg with that Judge was waiting but won't even get the shot off. Ohai reacts that bit quicker and takes him on down. Still 4-3 as it stands. Samelol now. A man disadvantage. This could be a little bit crucial.
Yeah, the information is actually given over. The lurk from Zerg all the way through B completely cleared it out. Ohai making this rotation expensive, but it's a 3 versus 3, and third impact have a lot of map control.
They do. They have a lot of map control as well as a neural theft, which will get dumped now on to Zaf, who will fall to Zerg at that. It's a 3-1. Last alive will be inside a tower. They recognize that. Sci-Fi using the updraft, trying to make some sort of an audio cue. Spike is already down, so they have to force him into taking the side somehow. Zero data with the a bit of a hard task here as he drops on down. He will get spotted at some point or another, I'd imagine, by the Cypher cam. As we're just waiting for the play to come on in, the tap onto the spike, cam comes on out, tapping again, it seems to swing on out, but Sci-Fi will get the 4K. Bit of an audio visual bug there that looked as though he was holding out the diffuser while holding in at that CT angle, but that's even again third impact, level it up at round 4.
Yeah, Sci-Fi, he comes up huge with that 4K, but Zerg clearing out the entirety of B, making sure that third impact don't run into a site. There was actually a lot of people waiting for them throughout the back end of that. Third impact, they're going to be able to keep their rifles into the next round. And Samelol, you talked about the Judge there, Jack. Well, there's 2 of them on the side of Samelol, and that's a very scary thing for me.
A very, very scary thing, and that's even harder to take. E-shots take Sci-Fi. The Trailblazer to the head is a bit of a rough one now. Evil just holding on out, just looking for a little bit more ground here. The Viper Spin not allowing any real aggressive take. Duck swings on out from that poison, will fall to Vanish. Becomes a 4 versus 4. But how do they want to hold it? It looks as though they're going to immediately fall off of A. No interest in holding this Viper's Pit over at A. Eve also waiting now, throwing up a Nebula here, it seems, in towards B. It looks like it could be a high value lure coming in as E-shots and Zap both get down Zerg and Morg. 4-2 as it stands. Evil rolling back in through mid. Vanish high flash again. Both, well, the 2 attackers here of third impact are going to battle for some time at that. That's going to the gravity well, getting nowhere near to the guy in on CT. Vanish taking down E-shots. That's the cosmic divide to get them back offside. Huge pick already from Evil, and the swing comes in through the wall with Vanish. That high value lurk from Evil worked out so well from A, and that's third impact getting their 3rd round.
Samelol actually had a very interesting play towards A. They used the double Judge, dropped the Viper's Pit, and with E-shots also swinging through that, was able to just, get anyone that tries to even contest them. They were able to find Sci-Fi, but that's a lot of noise you made. That's 3 people already found. That's an easy rotation for third impact. It got a little dicey towards the end, but doesn't matter. Evil on that lurk cleaned it up just as well. Third impact get up to that 3rd round, and there's an operator in Duck Sands, and well, He's traded back, but man, that guy is quick on the trigger with these peaks.
He really is, and that's a bit of a tough one to firm. Losing someone that quickly as the spray comes down from Zero Data onto Sci-Fi. So Samelol already establishing that man advantage. Zero Data now getting the heal on himself as he falls in to B side to watch for any walkouts. E-shot will be spotted by Zerg on top of the wall. That's so unfortunate. Inside of his astral mode as he falls on back. Zaf now playing on back, getting hit hard by that guiding light, walking on back in towards stairs. Oh hi, oh no. Oh hi's ready for it, but Zerg was even more prepared, running with that Vandal, slapping him with one of those bullets. The plant now for Evan, allowing for some sort of a rewrap, will give them some serious ground. But how do they play this? This is so incredibly tough to retake. This is probably the worst case scenario, the toughest case really to defuse from. The fake reload by Zerg will get spotted by Zaf. Vanish still holding in towards screens. Wall will go up. Oh, the spot onto Morg as well. I think they recognize it's planted for Heaven, but Vanish gets rid of Zero Data. Now the pain shield, as well as the satchel being used here. The guiding light to try and get him off of the spike will get him off for the time being. They recognize he's off and they're going to wait for the second tap. Oh, the snake bite as well, however, will hold him out as long as possible. The swing from Vanish. Oh, Vanish will fall. It's Zaf up against the Viper of Morg, I believe. It's Morg trying to move on in. The spray down timed to miss perfection as Morg will get him on down. It's 4-2, third impact, ready to rumble.
Zaf with the readjustment actually almost got it. I think Morg was dinked through the wall, so not the complete kill found, but still huge amounts of damage. The almost clutch there. It doesn't matter. Third impact. All that matters is the round win, and well, they get it. They'll still be able to buy up into this next round. But Samelol, they're back to their pistols. Zero Data has a judge. It didn't do the most effect last time they bought that gun, but he's going to be solo on A this time. And you can already see Third Impact are very wary of this A site whenever that save goes through. Going to go over towards this B. A lot of mid pressure here from Samelol, possibly a fast flank that I don't think Third Impact will be ready for.
I don't think they will be ready for at all. As it stands, they're crawling their way in towards market. There's going to be 3 in on site. No tripwire set to hold the flank from what I can tell either. But Evil is ready. Getting back the stairs. Oh, the dash. Oh, that will spot him as well. The swing comes in. Evil gets 2 E-shots, trades them on out. So now they're very, very aware. They're hyper aware of this flank coming on in. It's 4-3 as regards it. Make it 4-2. 2 players left now for Samelol. One of those is Duck with the Blade Storm. Using them all here and whiffing on Morg. Now left with the Sheriff. Will spot his arm here as he swings on out and takes him on down. Third impact, losing only their Astra. Evil falls. He's the only to fall. 3 rounds in the lead.
Yeah, but for Evil, the Astral that he put up for the side itself, I think it actually saved him. You saw a Duck, a dash updraft behind it, and that means that none of the knives could hit. They're going to get stopped by that Astral wall every single time. That allowed for the spray down to just come through. He was able to get 2. He was able to get the numbers in the advantage for Third Impact. They take 3 rounds up for themselves and possibly making it 4. There are rifles for Samelol sides, but a lot of this is make or break in terms of the economy.
This is very much make or break, as Vanish here is sat in sewers with a guiding light in his hands, hoping to get some information garnered through mid onto the jet or the Rays holding in tower. Zero Data will find Morg in towards, I believe, is that towards A? I think it is. Falling on back again. Zerg swings in it under that poison orb. One way will take some damage. Duck and Zap getting picked onto Sci-Fi and Co as well. Third impact. What? Oh, I get Zerg as well. I thought that shot came in from Duck. I thought it connected. It didn't, unfortunately. Evil now last alive here for third impact. The solo Astra up against 5 agents from Samelol. A little bit on the rough side as E-shots will take down his adversarial Astra. Down he goes. 2 rounds in the difference. Samelol, they're trying to fight their way back into this one.
Yeah, I like this adaptation from Samelol. Third Impact have mostly been playing towards the extremities and A main, B main, putting their pressure there. Well, Samelol, let's just take mid control for basically free. Anyone, I think they try and peek it late, just gets gunned down with 3 people kind of staring at them. And at that point, Third Impact don't really know where to go from there. Samelol crawling themselves back. Rifles in everyone's hands. Even if something goes awry, Sage res available. in order to bring this one back. And the wall's been used pretty much every single round on this A site by the Sage, but it's just been denying this Viper alert every time, and it's preventing Third Impact from getting the space that they're normally used to.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that seems to be working out in Samelol's favor. It's just that denial of freedom has really worked out in their favor as it stands. Sci-Fi, just holding his crouch key, does not want to expose his head here to Duck or to Zap, or holding for this peak, hopping up now onto the barrel, up behind the wall. Once this wall drops, there could be a little bit of a jump scare here. Holding down low, holding for something for a peak, getting hit by a flash here as he falls on back. Sci-Fi now holding in for a wider swing, dropping on back. Staff with the showstopper will get taken down. Sci-Fi takes down both, so now it's 5-3. We're watching eShots hold this angle, swings it out, following the neural theft. He will fall as well. Third Impact with 5 alive, with a 3-man advantage. 2 start in towards B side as we watch this fast wrap in over towards B. There's already 2 men fighting for this heaven control. Zero Data and Morg. They kind of make a move here. I believe it's Zero Data and Ohai even. Ohai trying to crawl in behind the wall. We're watching Sci-Fi caught in this angle now, holding with a catch his shoulder in. They're going to watch their barrel here of Ohai as he swings it out. Sci-Fi gets his third. Zero Data tries to move away.
Not out.
He did get it. Sci-Fi's got it somehow. Houdini moves away. The ADS here from Zero Data will not help him out. The flawless round for Third Impact as Morg takes him on away. But how did Sci-Fi not die?
I don't know, man. He dodged the bullets just as Jet to do with that wind magic. But man, Third Impact with the adaptation on the adaptation. Fight for mid this time completely. I think they spent 4 members just to try and push mid, get those peaks, get those kills. And it works out so well for them with the neural theft off the back end to just open up a site in terms of information. 3 rounds left at the half, and Third Impact split. Normally a defender-sided map, but Third Impact making it look attacker-sided.
Yeah, it's very much a defender-sided map, but I think it can be attacker-sided with very good and quick communication, especially with some high-value lurks. But I think that's where they've been caught off. Anytime Samelol have been able to mitigate that, they haven't been able to fight it. But this is Zero Day with the Guardian. Sat in towards backside, in towards plant pot will be Sci-Fi. They do get the noise. Morg is going to plant in on B. And they just have to be very aware of this lurk coming in there. Any play coming in over from A. That's the Sky still sat in here toward mid of Vanish. He's waiting for Ohai as well to move on through. Wall goes up to try and create that buffer zone. Zerg is dropped in on Cyclone and used the tripwire as well to buy some time. Vanish good for 1 onto Ohai. E-shots immediately trades him on out. The resurrection from Zero Data now onto Ohai. Will make it 4-3 again. Advantage Samelol with that retake coming in. The spray down onto the box not working. Evol getting 2 onto E-shots and onto Zap. Now in a 2v2, Zero Data takes down Zerg. It's Ohai and the Sage of Zero Data up against Evil and Morg. Morg attacking this fight. They know they don't have the time. Ohai will fall. The rundown again from Morg, who sprints his way into CT with the Phantom, and the move and accuracy will not matter when they're pretty much 1 HP. 2 free picks for Morg will make that another round for Third Impact.
Look at this replay. I mean, the time was ticking down. It doesn't necessarily matter. Morg is in this pit, and the Astral makes it so they can't really get killed, even though they can see all the information on the spike. But I love this play from Third Impact. They sell the fake. They use pretty much every resource in the book in terms of ultimates, in terms of utility, everything, because they know it's a make or break round in terms of the economy for Samelol. They're forced back towards this half by... Again, it's just aggression towards them. They don't want to lock down A main, B main, but Third Impact are setting their sights for mid.
They're setting their sights for mid, and this is a round where, quite strange, I'd like to know, Samelol just haven't bolstered mid whatsoever. They've stacked in towards A. They've got 2 pushing out of B main, but they've just taken all of this control of mid because it's been afforded to them. So Morg now watching for this Vents drop. That's going to be a judge at the top, Morg. Be careful. Don't peek your head, Morg. It's a dangerous place to be, but he gets Zero Data. How does he got away with that one? One cut in towards flank will be Duck. Probably the best position possible here. Holding their flank. They're so unaware now of this move. The wall goes up. Snakebite here to delay any sort of flank. No, and he's whiffed his shot as well. He's whipped his shot as well. So they're aware. I think Duck's taking his hands off his keyboard and put them on his head there following that one. Gravity well, bringing Duck back in towards the center. Now vulnerable with the decay. 5v3, weaker buy for the defenders. 4 rounds in the difference. Duck watching this one now has to navigate towards heaven as Evol does find Ohai. Sheriff in the hand, crawling his way around, off angle being held. Morg will take down Duck as Zaf, last alive with the Marshall, will fall to Evil, and the flawless round for third impact as they open up a 5-round lead.
Oh man, Duck. He waited. You can see he saw like the hands and he's like, I'm not gonna swing this. I'm gonna let him walk into my crosshair. And he walked straight through the crosshair and the shot didn't land. Third impact. They play against that eco play well. They know that A main aggression is possibly happening. Let's just go through mid, flank them on that A main aggression, and then take the A site from there. Is triple operator setup here from the third impact. I think every single lane is going to be having an operator in it.
Oh, it may well. Zero J to find Cypher. That was a preemptorial ping with the Cypher cam holding for a swing. Zero J gets a freebie off that one as well. So now Samelol do have that one-man advantage immediately here in the final round in this half. Cage being thrown up now to try and create that buffer zone on B, allowing for the space and for that for the orb to be taken here for the Cypher. Vanish still moving on in through mid. We're watching Zerg holding high up on B, but not making any real presence. No real map control here for third impact.
His crosshair's on his head, man. It's literally directly on his head. If Morg shoots right now, Ohai's dead. But they don't know.
If he sneezes,
if he accidentally, like, oh man, I don't think it's gonna happen. Come on, do it, do it.
Come on. Come on. E-shots finds Vanish. However, elsewhere on the map, it's 5-2 as it stands. Ohai does find Morg. So then that will fall as E-shots gets rid of Evil. It's 4 rounds in the difference. Samelol with a 4-round differential going into the second half. And that was a bit of I want to call it like an intense standoff over at A main.
Hey, lots of money spent into that round. It was the last round, so it doesn't matter. But triple operator setup didn't seem to work out too well for a third impact. They're still feeling pretty comfortable though, 8-4, and going into the defensive half of split. Now they knew of the Cypher, the Viper, and the Astra. That's a lot of stopping power with the Viper mollies, with the Astra stuck, and with all the smoke, the cages and the tripwires that Cypher can provide. So this is looking to be a pretty good second half for third impact. It's just all about how does Samelol play this? Are they able to just force fights early, get those picks, and possibly deny all of that stopping power off of the picks alone? Are they going to try and play this slow, see if they can just bait out that utility?
I think especially with the agents they're using with the Raze and the Jet, I think it's a case of pick refrag here as they're trying to play it together with it's what we're watching the Raze and the Sage into B main. They might try and push for some sort of a fast play. Zero Data with this ice barrier will throw it up straight away. Vanish forced on back. Morg also forced on back. Ohai finds Evil immediately here in towards the tower as they drop on in. Zaf will get onto Vanish. Zero caught on default will be Sci-Fi. So Samelol, they flood out onto B and they make it a 5 versus 1. Zerg left with a mountain to climb here as he tries to retake B site against a full 5 side of Samelol. Maybe just playing for a little bit of time here, just hoping to find someone getting a little bit over anxious and swinging on out. Gets a timing there onto E-shots, who was holding for the stairs until he turned back to look in towards Mail. Watches the jump here from the Jet. Zerg still caught in behind this wall, looking for a better angle, forcing them on back again, waiting for the swing to come on out. They will time a swing here. I believe they will not get it, however, as he falls back in towards these stairs. The Cypher, still a bit of a tough one. They're just trolling with him now at this point as he drops on down and Zap takes down Zerg. The Jet of Duck with no respect whatsoever, up and down the zip line, trying to preempt the shots, force the bullets out of his chamber, and down he goes. It's 8-5.
Yeah, third impact here. I mean, they had a good kind of counter aggression towards B main, understanding that they're getting pushed from both sides, but Samelol, they're still winning out the gunfights, and I like the play, bringing the spike towards mid, just to pinch onto the B site. Hey, if the B main people got killed, you can pivot easily towards that A aggression. Samelol gonna buy up into this next one. Duck has a rifle, a full phantom and armor. Interesting buy. Definitely could bite him in the butt, but if he takes those long range angles, should be decently fine. A site aggression on the table. Cypher doesn't have the utility in order to defend against this one.
Yeah, not this time around anyways with this economy, and I think the glass cannon buy can be a bit of a tough one to go up against, especially when you only have frenzies and classics available, and when you line up on top of Rafter. Duck gets 2 freebies there for the price of 1. Watching him hold on out the same after again 2 bullets here in the Phantom now being afforded the reload. Evil and Morg just sat inside of this nebula. A little bit of time they want to cook on out because they know they can't really make any super aggressive plays. Are they going to get aggressive onto CT? Oh, now they recognize it. They get a little bit close. Still not convinced here as they move on through Zero Data. Will find Morg. Evil with the shorty. Will not get the second shot off. He shot 6 man down. A flawless round again from Samelol, who find themselves now 2 rounds away from third impact.
Full aggression here for Samelol. We saw this again on Icebox in the first 2 rounds where they're just running onto sites. They know that they have this aggression tools. They have the double duelist. Probably better on that attacking side, at least for the pistol. But now it's to the gun rounds. Now every single member of Third Impact has that rifle. That multi-frag potential is there, and the utility as well. Samelol probably won't be able to keep up their aggressive pace unless they just force those gunfights. And if they can get those picks early, I mean, that utility shut down in that way. They can just flood the sites from there.
They absolutely can. So, oh, hi now. Trying to keister some real space in towards this aiming angle, but Vanish will find him through the wall. So immediately Third Impact get the first of the picks here on the even buy round across the board. This is the bonus buy, of course, for Samelol. So they're going to have a healthy buy going into round number 4 of the second half, no matter what. As Evil throws up a Nebula, I believe they're in towards B, creating that space now as well. Dropping on down is Duck and Zap have to drop down at the same time, and that's absolutely terrifying. They walk straight on in to the Third Impact firing squad, and they drop on through. Zero Data was the last man alive, was spotted towards B, so they take up the space in mid immediately as Zero Data is now wrapping back in towards A 5v1. This is something we've seen a little bit too many times on this map. Samelol has to fight for some ground, but where does he go, or how does he go? This maybe getting the orb for free. The flash will come through, and Vanish secures the flawless round. The gun round goes in their favor. The drop down did not.
That's the interesting stuff that I want to see from Third Impact there. This double up in the vent is huge since everyone has to drop down. They're completely inaccurate when they're dropping down, so it's an easy spray down for Zerg and for, I believe, the Astra on there as well. But the things you didn't see was that there was a tripwire in A Heaven. There was the Sky watching A main. There was the Jet in B Heaven. All the bases were covered, and that allowed them to actually stick into that vent and make sure they can be there for that drop down. Third Impact, they have all rifles. They got a flawless. They're looking good in terms of economy. Samelol, they've got to make this one count. They've got to win this one out to make sure they can have rifles going into the next round.
It's super important they do so as well. We're watching Duck just to fight for all of his ground in towards vents. Nebula will go up. In fact, it won't be a Nebula. That's the star going back into the hands here of the Astra. It's a playing time of Zero. Data gets 2 onto Cypher and to Morg immediately. There's 2 openers. Very important here for the attackers. Trying to force Vanish out of that Nebula now. Will be E-Shots takes him on down. Still 5-2. Third Impact. A 2v5. We see the situation too many times. Evil and the Cypher of Zerg. I'd imagine they may try and save this one. I don't know if they want to commit a weapon at this given stage. But as it stands, we could be looking at what would be a 7-9 round. And a solid round at that.
I kind of want to see some econ damage go through it. You can see them kind of inching forward, maybe just a poke and prod. If you let every single person save their gun into the next round, that's so much economy that's been built up.
Oh, well, that's a good refrag, I guess, on that front. As Zerg will get, well, he will fall, but gets traded out from Evil, but Zero Data gets his third to make sure there are no rifles left in the hands of Third Impact, who, now I'm looking at it, they can still somewhat light buy going in towards this round. A few glass cannon buys not being able to buy up into their full shield, but we do see that operator buy from Sci-Fi, and on a map like Split, an operator, it's so punishing.
Operator gonna be looking, seems either down towards mid or B main. It makes it hard to op on that A site with this Viper wall, but haven't seen much lurks from this Viper wall in general. I think one time on pistol round where Ohai tried to make something work and got punished for it. This time there's a full team behind him.
It's a full team behind him. The spray down here from Zerg, hoping to connect with any of the players rushing into ramps. Zaf gets tagged up a little, but not enough to know. Evol still sat and getting rid of the boom bot if he can, just to hold his S key and slides back in towards Vents, not wanting to die needlessly. But Zero Data and Zaf get their picks onto Morg and to Vanish. So there's going to be the opening they need. Sci-Fi with the operator will find Duck. Swing comes out, he gets another onto Ohai and another onto Zaf. It's going to be 3 versus 2. The attackers of Samelol now, their attack now somewhat toothless at that. The spray comes on in. Nothing connecting as of yet. Oh, but the crouch spray from Zero Data will find Sci-Fi. This could be one of the swing rounds as E-Shots find Zerg, and there comes the round to Ohai. 3v1 from what could have been a very winnable situation. Falls apart. Oh, and Evil, little does he know, walking in towards those smokes. Running in now on the right-hand side. Looking on down. In towards heaven. Probably going to be planted here at the back of side, forcing him into an awkward retake. The heal comes in, will spot out the stage. The spray down will take down Zero Data as we watch Ohai hold now from under. The man moving in, the Astra of Third Impact moving in, of Samelol moving in towards screens as Evil swings on out, will find one onto Ohai, but with his back exposed, E-Shots gets that free trade, and now there's 1 round in the difference, 9-8.
Samelol bringing this one back. Money not looking too good for Third Impact, so definitely could see that tie up the game. Love just how Samelol are playing this a little bit differently every single time. They're utilizing their entire map. They're not really showing a whole lot in terms of patterns that Third Impact can pounce on. I want to see a little bit of aggression from Third Impact, though. They've played pretty far back. They're kind of using their utility very well in order to try and figure out what's happening, but that just gives a lot of space for Samelol to just walk up and take space.
It allows them all of that freedom. Morg now with the snake bite will not allow anyone to walk on out as much as they'd like to. This judge immediately getting, well, the boombot immediately getting taken on. Then the spray onto the wall as Zero Data, they walk through the snake bite needlessly as Morg gets 2. Watch that thrifty round from the defenders. You cannot walk into that trap. You cannot walk into that trap. It just seems so easy, so basic in its principles, but Third Impact get around essentially for free.
That's your judge right there, Jack. That's it's doing its work. Insta-breaking the sage wall, killing everyone that tries to walk through and trade from that point on. Man, if I hear a judge at any point, I'm just running at that point, especially on split. But this huge thrifty secures the economy for Third Impact, doesn't tie it up, gets them to double digits in terms of round count, and forces Samelol towards a half buy. 3 ultimates charged up as well for Third Impact. So they are looking so good in order to make this 11.
They are. The leg shot as well onto Duck will have them caught out. The Cosmic Divide comes in. The swing from Sci-Fi will force some back. Oh, and the Guiding Light as well. Ohai finds Vanish. It's still 4-4. The barrier will go on up. Will get Zaf onto a boosted wall. They're just playing for a little bit of time, using that one to hit up to the top of Raptor, not connecting with anyone as of yet. Spike getting planted here. Now Sci-Fi getting closer to the default plan as Evol and Zerg take down Ohai and E-Shots. So Third Impact with the 2-man advantage. Samelol now really stuck here to get the spike down. Only Zaf remains decaying in this Viper's Pit. The Raze, how much can he really do at this moment in time? I could not think of a tougher ask on 1 HP, and Morg in his Viper's Pit makes it Third Impact's round. Split looks like it could be theirs. A 3-round lead for Third Impact.
Oh, it's looking more and more likely. I mean, Samelol, they kind of force a bot into that one. Their money isn't looking too good. Not only did they really force buy, they used so many ultimates, so much utility, the Raze Rocket, the Viper's Pit, all of that expended to get nothing, to get 1 kill and not even the spike going down. Third Impact with so much money in their pocket, looking to make this go to Fracture, to that map 3.
Map 3 on Fracture could be very much a coin flip if I'm going to be completely honest now. Morg will take down Zaf immediately as well for Third Impact, which is exactly what they could have asked for. Actually playing for any sort of map control here as Morg caught in towards Vents, waiting for some aggression to be made here as Sci-Fi with the Phantom, the operator, the Phantom play here of Evil will take down that. The operator here through that nebula will be on Sci-Fi's hands. Morg takes down Duck, and it's a 5v2. He shots. Oh, the timing is Vanish. Will take him on down. Last alive is the Sage, caught in their spawn with zero map control. This could be a little bit tough for Zero Data. The Sheriff, no shield, one slow orb, a wall, walking into two players with the Sheriff in hand, moves on through an Evil. Will take him away. A flawless round for the defenders. It becomes 12-8. Samelol, 4 rounds off of third impact. Third impact trying to force us to a map 3.
Yeah, Samelol, it just doesn't feel like they have as big of a grasp on this map as Third Impact do with this composition, right? You're going to have so much utility on this defensive side to stop rushes, to just utility dump, as you talked about before, with any sort of aggression on A main or B main. And Samelol, they have to use their duelists as basically information gatherers. Where are they playing? What are they doing? Because they don't have anything. They don't even have a Skydog in order to clear out space. It is literally only the duelist with their movement abilities to try and do that.
So Morg getting very aggressive here through mid, watches the spray down but doesn't connect. So Zaf gets down Morg. That's a great start here for Samelol as the Viper's wall will fall. Ohai also gets Zerg. So this round now is definitely swinging away from Third Impact. This was their chance to get us to a map 3. Vanish looking at Eshot, take him on down. Make that a 3-3 now as Vanish gets 3. That's 3 already for the Sky. 2 alive now. In for Samelol. We have Duck and Ohai holding in towards A. We're watching the concussion here from the Astra. Come on in. Spray down won't connect. Ohai. Vanish gets his 4th for 4K for the Sky of Vanish. The ace here essentially to get us in towards a map number 3 for the Sky. The spray down. And he nails it! Finish with the ace to secure it for Third Impact. We're going to map 3. We're going to Fracture.
Man, Vanish comes up huge. It was looking so bad for Third Impact, but Vanish with the flash is able to blind everyone, provide the distraction, get all the kills, and then the Seekers, one of them stays alive, which gives away the position of the last 2 people and allows for the entire team to collapse, for Vanish to get that ace. Map 3, Fracture. I'm super excited. It's going to be my first time casting it, and it's going to be a banger.
It is absolutely going to be a banger. Map 3 will decide who out of these 2 sides will advance into the semi-finals of the Valorant Midwest Showdown. Folks, stay tuned. We're going to have a short 2-minute break, and we're going to be back with the decider.
Now, as far as prescription goes,